What is up, everybody? Yes, an old, familiar, or rather unfamiliar voice? What's going on, y'all? It's Monster Chappie, and back from the dead, I have returned. That's really the only way I can put it, guys. Yo, sorry about the freaking. I don't know how long it's been since I last posted a video, but let me just first say sorry. Alright, I apologize for that. But with that said, we got a lot of breaking news and we got a lot of channel updates and a lot of material in this video. So you're gonna want to stay tuned to the end because it's gonna get juicy, baby. Nonetheless, let's hop into it. So this is a sim game video. I'm using the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New York Jets, as you can see on the screen. Let me first speak about these Cardinals before I get into, what the heck has been going on, all that good stuff. So, Cardinals, man, very briefly, very good team. Their defense really has no holes. As you can see, we're getting the stops on the halfback toss. They have Pat Pete. They've got the Honey Badger. They've got a lot of different great athletes, and they've got a lot of solid players that can just play the game of football. Offensively, you've got two possession receivers, you've got fast receivers, you've got two, and I quote, two very usable, very fast halfbacks that are both very good, and you can literally swap the two of them out, and you're not going to take a huge hit like you would with most teams going from like an AP to a McKinnon. Even though McKinnon's really good himself, it's just still not the same thing as AP. But with these guys, with Chris Johnson and Ellington, there's not a big drop-off at all, if any, between the two of these guys. So if one of them gets tired, I suggest you just sub them out and just kind of use the two back and forth and keep their energy high. That way you keep their speed up and you keep the fumbles down, which is what I recommend in Mutt as well. But that's pretty much it for the Cardinals. Well, they got Carson Palmer too. He's pretty accurate, very, very slow, but he can make most of the passes in the game, whenever Madden wants you to be accurate anyway, because we know that's been one of the issues in this year's game, has kind of been the QB accuracy from time to time. But with that said, let's get into what's going on. Ooh-wee, as he throws a bad pass. All right, I'm not a singer, not at all, man. This new Adele song, man, got me kind of excited. That Hello one that they've played on the radio millions of times already. Yeah, I like that song a lot, and Adele is one of my favorite singers, so sometimes I get a little excited. But let me stop. Let me stop, take a step back, take a deep breath. All right, we good. No more singing. Okay, so I've been gone for a good minute, and, first off, let me just say, I just had to take a break. I was starting to get like negative vibes, negative energy overall, just in playing Madden, just in, the commentary. So I didn't want to put out anything like that. When I first started this channel, I enjoyed doing it. I loved Madden. I loved helping people out. And that's how it all started. And so I just wanted to stay true to that. And I just felt like if I would have just been making videos, it would have just been for the sake of making them and not really being into them, And I feel like that would have been a disservice to not only you guys, but to myself and everyone out there, because what the heck is the point? So, that was the first thing. I had to take a step back and just say, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. You enjoy doing it? All right, cool. So, we're back on that grind. The other thing is, I got a little bit bored playing Madden, and my review of this game, honestly, is I think this has been, in terms of what this game is trying to be, the best Madden in the past 3 years or 4. As far as a simulation football game, and this is far from it, but it has been one of the best Maddens. It's gotten ratings that have agreed with that, so I'm not the only person that thinks that. But in terms of moving towards a simulation football game, this is one of the better years in terms of that specifically. Now, in terms of other things, this game has a lot of improving to do, and even in terms of simulation, it's got some improvement to do. Well, a lot of improvement in all areas, but the good thing is it can progress. But I kind of just got, I don't know. It just seemed like there was a lack of originality and creativity in this year's game from a user's perspective. Defensively, you see really 5 different things, if that. You see 4-3 under, And you guys all know that blitz. So you pretty much see that. You see one of the 3-4s, and the play you see is the Mike Scrape 3 press, and some variation of a setup of that. Or you see 2-man under out of mostly quarter or dime, but you see it out of other things sometimes too. And then the other thing you see is, which kind of recently got hot, is like the 1-man nano deal, as far as that goes. So on the competitive side, those are pretty much the only things you've seen. Offensively, it was a bunch of inside zone. You got some corner routes, and then more recently, route swapping got popular, run swapping, and freaking just weird buggy stuff like that. Lob streaks to freaking, if you play MUT, Perriman is, everybody knows Perriman now. But, that was pretty much it, and that's, I don't know. I just got stale with it. It just got boring to me. So I just wasn't enjoying it as much as I usually have in the past. And so I just took a break from it and, just had to take a step back and say, hey. And the other thing was I was kind of, the patch is supposed to be coming. And, I was expecting it a while ago. So I was kind of waiting on the patch before I wanted to put my scheme together, because I wanted my scheme to work post-patch. So I just really wanted to wait for the patch, and then the patch didn't come, and then it didn't come, and then it didn't come. And I was like, really? Really, though? So, this is kind of a part 1, but this is the sim game for the Cardinals, and we'll continue the rant in the next video. As you can see, my boy, he gone! Look at one of the running backs taking off. Another one could have did just the same, as my opponent's going to quit out here. And we'll get more into this in the next video. But I appreciate you guys' support. If you're one of the few watching, you are one of the diehards, man. And I appreciate y'all. And we're going to have some special stuff coming up for y'all here. But we are back on the daily video grind. You heard that right. Daily video grind. So stay tuned. We got more coming. Appreciate y'all. Peace.